All right, a lot to unpack there, obviously. It's been a long time, several decades. So to help us do just that, we're joined by the Vice President of the Lexington Institute, military analyst Dr. Rebecca Grant, and the CEO of Henry Public Relations, former Executive Director of Iranian Americans for Liberty, and Newsmax contributor Bryan Leib. Good to see you both. Bryan, I'll start with you. Is the time running short on the regime? I think that's an appropriate question for this time.
Yeah, they're running out of runway, and they've been running out of runway, and I think a lot of goodwill throughout the world for a long time now. You know, we talk about, what is the Islamic Republic of Iran, and what is the regime there? What are they famous for? They're famous for exporting terrorism. That's what they're famous for. They're famous for oppressing their own people. They're famous for sowing chaos in the Middle East as the Abraham Accords were trying to blossom. So listen, we know who the Islamic Republic of Iran is. We know who they've been for the last couple decades. But to answer your question, their runway is getting very short right now. I wouldn't be surprised if they have days, weeks left at this point.
Rebecca, does Iran have any allies right now? It seems like the Middle East has been, for the most part, silent. Even Vladimir Putin said he would try to help negotiate conversations. China potentially could be an ally. What do you make of any of those countries?
Well, unfortunately, yes. China remains a business ally that has continued to buy Iran's oil. They buy 90% of Iran's oil, keeping that country in business. That's China for you. And Russia certainly has close relations. To remember that Russia buys Iran's drones to use in Ukraine. They even set up a factory in Russia to make more of these Iranian drones.
Bryan, say the regime stays, hypothetically. Couldn't you just make the argument this would all happen all over again decades from now? They'd regroup, do the same thing?
Well, of course, and I think that's why we've crossed that red line a long time ago. I mean, this regime is not going to change their calling card, John, anytime soon. It's been death to America, death to Israel since before I was born, and probably the both of you were born. This is what they do. They want to destroy the world. They want to spread their Islamic caliphate all throughout the world. And they have failed. They have failed. I mean, they might have Russia hanging on a little bit or China hanging on a little bit. But you know who they don't have? They don't have the entire Arab world. The entire Arab world is sitting on the sidelines right now, and they are cheering Israel on, and they are hoping that they finish this regime once and for all.
Well, the Wall Street Journal had an interesting piece on the similarities between Iran's nuclear program and Pakistan. The journal writes this, quote, allowing Pakistan to acquire nuclear weapons was arguably India's worst national security blunder since independence in 1947. For decades, Indians have been forced to tolerate death by 1,000 cuts by dealing with Islamabad's support for terrorist groups. Retaliating could mean provoking a nuclear enemy. What is Pakistan's role in this, Rebecca?
Well, and, this is unfortunate, but we saw some of the same bad actors, possibly North Korea, Pakistan, China as well, helping Iran to gain that. But, I think there's just no comparison, really, because Iran's threat is so intense. This is a chance to make sure that Iran does not have a nuclear weapon. And don't forget, they tried a cyberspace attack on a dam in New York several years ago, killed 3 American soldiers at their base in Jordan just last year. There's no stopping these people. They are a crazy theological regime, cannot have a nuclear weapon.
Largest state sponsor of terrorism. And, we see it play out in real time. We got to leave it there. Dr. Grant, Bryan, we appreciate you both coming on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.